RMBI gene, here to take you on another level and new horizons. See clear, no
Couple things that people wanted me kind of to speak on. First, Kyle Larson. You guys know Kyle Larson is a NASCAR race driver, and they was doing some type of feed where he was live, and I mean there was a national feed and he was live, and he had the nerve to come out of his mouth and say, "Hey niggers," okay, and it wasn't like he hesitated. I mean, it flowed out so natural. So reportedly, NASCAR has suspended him. We know that ain't gonna last. He'll be back in about 2 or 3 races. We already know what NASCAR about. So it went live, and you can actually hear in the audio when he says it, somebody comes over and say, "Hey, Kyle, you're live. You are live." And then it's like, oh, crap. So Kyle Larson uses the word. He uses the word a lot. Now, people say, do you think he just wanted to say it, or was it? I don't know if he was addressing somebody. He was trying to get the attention of somebody. So I don't know whose attention he was trying to get. But for him to say, "Hey niggers," I don't even understand what was the purpose of him saying that. There was no purpose for him to even say that. You know what I'm saying? So my thing about it is this: he just showed his true colors. He's probably done this 100 times around his boys, because you know they all run together. He's probably done 100 times around his boys. He thought it was a private thing where him and his boys could laugh and joke about it, but he just failed to realize that he was on a national live feed, and everybody heard it. And I don't understand why white people want to say it so bad. I think about Barbara Walters when she was on The View, and I remember, I think it was Sherry Shepherd that was on there, and Barbara Walters was like, she was just itching to say the word nigga, and she just kept going. I'm gonna say the word. I'm gonna say the word, and you could just see like she was like burning to say it. And Sherry Shepherd was the only one that was kind of like, I don't like that. So my thing is, why do you want to say the word nigger? What is it that make white people feel like they should be able to say that word? Because it's almost like they feel bad that they can't say that word. It's like they don't want to acknowledge the history of that word. And they say, well, I don't understand why we can't say the word. I don't know how to put it in a way they can understand it, because frankly, if you don't understand now why that word is offensive when it comes from white people, then you will never understand it. But the closest thing I can give you is this. When you hear sometimes when women get together and they just hanging out, it's just girls. It's just the girls. When it's just the girls, they'll be like, "Oh, bitch, please, bitch this, bitch you crazy, bitch this," because it's just the girls, and that's a close knit. Now, if I, as a man, were to go to a woman and say, "Bitch, please," "Bitch what, bitch this, bitch that," they would take it as being offensive and disrespectful. Because for a man to call a woman a bitch, it doesn't mean the same thing as two women calling each other that. So for a white person to think that they can use that word, before they can walk, so for a white person to feel like they can say nigga and like it's okay, I failed to understand that. It's like, I don't want to say all white people, I don't believe in categorizing everybody, but it's like some white people act like slavery and all that didn't exist. The word didn't exist. From white people, that was a negative word towards African Americans. It was a negative word. I mean, it was a disgusting, disgraceful word when they call you that. But they say, well, black people call each other that. When we call each other that, I'm gonna tell you the truth. Eddie Griffin said it the best. If I say that's my nigga, that's my ride or die, that's my homie, that's my dude, that's my bro. If we finna go for blows, we both going for blows. He in a fight, I'm in a fight. He need help, I got his back. That's my nigga. But see, when y'all say it, it's derogatory. It's an insult. It's meant to be derogatory. It's meant to be an insult. But I fail to understand why they're so fascinated with the word. Like I said, I don't want to categorize all white people, but it's like a lot of white people is like they're dying to say that word. Now, it's not all of them. Some white people are like, I don't say the word. I don't like the word. But you got some like Barbara Walters, Kyle Larson, and that just itching to say that word. And they mainly want to say it to black people. It's like they really want to say it in front of black people. I don't know if it's to get a reaction or to be able to say, I said it in front of black people and go home and brag about it. But 9 times out of 10, you say it in front of the right black people, you're going to get your ass whooped. You know, so, you know, when people say a word don't have power, it does have power. Words have power because of the actions behind the word. The actions behind that word were rape, murder, segregation, death, hangings. It is so much behind that word. So we use the word as a term of endearment. You use the word as a derogatory way of putting us down. That's the best way I can put it. Kyle Larson, you was wrong. Ain't no pass. I'm out.
Let him revitalize you. It's time to tune in. This here's so fire. Empower your voice to inspire. Yeah, RMBI Gym.